Raise your hand if you have ever been to the Mojave River watershed. Let me see them. Raise those hands if you've ever been to the watershed. Okay, trick question. All of your hands should be up. We're standing on top of the Mojave River watershed. It consists of the majority of the high desert that we live in and enjoy. My name is Nyles O'Hara. I'm the stormwater coordinator for the town of Apple Valley. I am a committee member of the Mojave River Watershed Group, and I sit on the board of directors for the Yucaipa Valley Water District. Some fun facts about me, as you're going to learn tonight. I'm a nerd for water and stormwater and water quality. I once proposed to my wife on top of the Seven Oaks Dam in Highland. I achieved my Eagle Scout at the rank of 14. I'm a son of the high desert. I grew up around here. I know a lot of you are looking at me and saying, I look like my name could be Dora. Well, the reality is my friends gave me that moniker because I've always had a tendency to go off exploring the water and see how it interacts. We're talking about something important here, okay? Polluted water. This is something that affects every aspect of our lives, whether we realize it or not. Sometimes we joke in water, like Joseph's dad jokes, that we're water, we flow by the wayside, but it's important, it affects everything that we do. Endangered wildlife can be adversely impacted by contaminated, polluted water. Here in the high desert, we enjoy a beautiful, delicate ecosystem that relies on a consistent and clean water table. Dying plants. Believe it or not, plants are something that in the scientific community is specifically used as a measuring rubric to gauge the health of an environment. So when we see a significant die-off of plant species, we know there's a problem. Not enjoying the outdoors. Raise your hand if you like to enjoy the outdoors. Raise your hand if you go outside with your family. See all these wonderful hands coming up. Again, this is important. It impacts us. When we have a contaminated water system, we are not able to enjoy the outdoors. A development slump. For you business-minded individuals, for you business and thought leaders here tonight, when we have a contaminated ecosystem, bad water table, we will have difficulties with our beautiful businesses that we have up here in the high desert. We're going to talk about a couple different types of pollution. Point pollution. This is when contamination is being directly introduced into the water table. I want you to think the town of Hinckley, out by Barstow, the Chromium 6 issues, industrial activities putting contamination directly into the water table. Non-point pollution. I want you to think about your neighbor that you have down the street that's always changing oil on the cars and making a mess in the yard and the driveway. Whenever there's pollution that's out on the streets, on the surface, every single rainstorm carries it a little further. Remember, the storm drain system is not treated. What's in the streets goes into the river. Some tips that you can do to help that we're going to review here. One of those, properly dispose of your paint. Cover your trash can lids so that the birds and the wind don't get to it. Pick up after your pet. If you visit our booth, you see that we have those doggy bags that we're giving away. There's my beautiful girls, Cleo and Marcy. I love you girls so much. Picking up after them. Dog waste introduces an unnatural amount of bacteria and viruses into the river via the stormwater flows. Go to a car wash, support your local businesses, and those systems have a clarifier system so that water with those heavy metals and harsh chemicals is going through a system that cleans it and allows it to be disposed of properly. Recycle your trash. Properly dispose of your fog. Fun fact, fog in our industry means fats, oils, and grease. You want to pour those into containers and throw them in the trash. Every time you put them down the drain or pour them out the back door, it's not good for the system. You can join our forces as what we call from our children's book a stormwater trooper. You can take the residential or the business pledge today. It's not a monetary commitment. It's simply a pledge to say that you're going to help leave a clean environment. Who are we? Again, the Mojave River Watershed Group. Our booth is in the back. We invite you to come by and see us. We are mandated by the state of California. Our mission is to protect the Mojave River and all the plants and wildlife that lives in it. The Mojave River Watershed, as we talked about, the entire high desert, we're all on it. It's over 4,500 square miles of land that drains into this water table. The river itself, mostly underground, flows over 110 miles. You may have seen us before in various outlets and news sources or at high desert cleanup events. As I conclude my words, there's a quote that comes to mind. The earth is on loan from our children. A great man by the name of Bruce Grandland once said, "The business we do today impacts the water that we drink tomorrow." My invitation to all of you here right now, you've heard some beautiful words, and we still have a few more heavy-hitting speakers coming out. What will you do next with what you've heard here today, with what you've felt, the inspiration that I know we've all felt? What will you do next? My invitation to you is to make an impact and help us all maintain a clean and beautiful watershed. I'm Nyles O'Hara. Thank you. Have a good night.